Hello guys, thanks for joining me. I thought I'd show you my latest book that I bought today. It's a photo documentation on the German motorized infantry, the Deutsche Panzergrenadiers, 1939 to 1945. It's written by I think it's pronounced Scheibert. And this book was published in West Germany in 1968, and I just bought this off eBay just the other week. And I thought it'd be an interesting book to go through. I've already got 3 of these books there. It was produced by the Podzon Verlag there, as you can see. And it's quite a nice, as it says on the cover, picture documentation of the German Panzergrenadiers during the wartime period. The book, as I said, was written by this Oberst Scheibert, and that is, I think, Colonel, and he was in the German Army in World War II, ended up in the Bundeswehr in 1956. So that's a photograph of him in his Wehrmacht days. And I'm just going to take off the cover just to make it a bit easier to go through. I don't want to tear the cover or anything. So anyhow, it's just a basic book. As I say, it was printed in 1968 here. And we'll just have a quick flick through it. So you got your foreword. It begins with the invasion of Poland. What's nice about this book is it must have belonged to a German vet at some point. There's a map here of the invasion of Poland in September 1939. And just up here in East Prussia, it says here, I was stationed here. And it's also marked down here, the East Prussian tank unit. I don't have any other details, obviously, but it's nice to know that this book belonged to somebody who was actually a Panzergrenadier during the war, possibly. Anyhow, it has the simplified maps, has the officers in charge of the various units, and then it has all these photographs. I like these old books here. There's a lot of these photographs which I have never seen before. I think a lot of modern books use the same photographs, and you get a little bit blasé about these books. They all have the same photographs, but these older ones here have a good selection of photographs on the units, the equipment used, the actual soldiers themselves. So you got your 251s here, motorcycles and tanks in combination. And as I said, it has all these simplified maps just to show the routes taken by the Panzergrenadiers during the war. And this one here is the Battle of France, June 1940. Again, the makeup of the Panzertruppen in 1940 here. And again, these nice photographs here. There's a MG-34 machine gunner on top of a 251 here, giving covering fire. And troops just going through these ruins. Got these radio operators here. So as I say, it gives you a good idea of what the equipment being used at the time. The makeup of the actual units. Here we got the invasion of the Balkans. And again, more photographs here. Motorcyclists coming through. It's a nice one here of the 251 going through the tunnel there along the train tracks. Sometimes they were the only routes to go through the mountains of the Balkans. Got prisoners here going past. Shows you the terrain, the equipment. And then we got the invasion of Russia here. Again, the makeup of the tank troops in June of 1941. So as I say, I do like these older books. All these photographs here. As I say, it shows you the actual faces of the actual men who were involved in the operations. The terrain that they were going through. So you got a Russian village here with the armored cars going through it. Smoke in the background with the battle destroyed equipment, Soviet tanks, Soviet POWs. And we got the support here. We've got infantry supporting the tanks there. Got reconnaissance patrols up here. So if you're a modeler, for example, or if you have a interest in history, or if you're a reenactor, these older books here are very useful for your reference library. So you got the staff here, the commander there. And again, you got the 251s here. You got the supports for the rockets here. The rockets are not on this particular vehicle, but you got the mounting supports on the side of the 251 there. The Germans call these the Schützenpanzerwagen, which is basically armored personnel carrier, which is still a term being used nowadays. So you got your winter troops here in the winter camouflage, the first winter, got 1942. And then we got going to Stalingrad. So I'm not going to go through every single page here, but just gives you a rough idea what the book involves here. And we're going on to the Africa Corps in Northern Africa and Tunisia. Of course, we've got Rommel here. And we've got Kesselring here. Got these troops here on a captured British truck. And then just moving on, we've got British soldiers here surrendering. We've got the battle for Tunisia. And then back in Crimea and Ukraine. And again, all these pictures here. There's a MP40 gunner there shooting something. Operations Citadel, which is the battle around Kursk. Some really nice photographs here. You got the 251 Schützenpanzerwagen with the grenadiers on the back, also accompanying infantry riding along. You got a Panzer IV here supporting the Panzergrenadiers. 251s in camouflage, winter camouflage. And we got more information here. We got Italy, Sicily. Got the Eastern Front, 1944. Again, you got your armored personnel carriers, tanks. Again, close-up of the people involved. Got the Ardennes offensive. And then the end of the war. So anyhow, I thought it was an interesting book just to flick through. And as I say, it's the Deutsche Panzergrenadier. So anyhow, I'll leave it at that. Hope you enjoy that little video, that little review of my 1968 German book on the German Panzergrenadiers. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now.